Wales and Argentina, folks. 52 points to 28. Steve Tandy probably would have wanted a slightly better start to his reign than getting 50 put on him by Argentina, but I mean, maybe there's some signs here. Argentina are a good team, albeit with a kind of inexperienced 9-10 combo. That didn't seem to stop them. Priska and Telly, man of the match, and 2 tries from him. Jack Morgan still seems like an incredible player, although he got injured. So, there's some positives and quite a few work-ons from a Welsh perspective and for Argentina. Yeah, good start to their Quilter Nation series. We'll go through some of the key events and stats, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. I'm still a bit bleary-eyed because I got up 4-something in the morning to watch this one, and it was helter-skelter early on. You had Carreras and Murray with carries, both the fullbacks getting themselves some meters. First penalty Argentina got. Interestingly, they didn't opt for a 3, which I felt like is an interesting one in terms of their mindset, because they've been a team in 2025 quite happy to go for 3s and keep the scoreboard ticking over, but maybe there was a bit of confidence from them, and it paid off, because not too long later, after a line out some phases, the big prop Pedro Delgado goes over for the first try. He is a unlikely first try scorer for the game, but congratulations to him. Try time in Argentina, 7 points to 0 on the board. I mean, they're not even 10 minutes in. It's a perfect start for them. A little bit concerning for Wales. And then, yeah, second one comes quickfire double. I mean, the quickfire doubles are a little bit of a concern from a Welsh perspective about how sometimes easily the Argentinian guys were able to get through the meters, especially on kick return. Prisciantelli gets one. Again, it is on kick return. Mateo Carreras is able to set up for him with a kick through. It's kind of deflating. Like, Wales have, a new coach and good crowd there, and but yeah, I don't want to take away from the Argentinian performance, because it's a flying start, absolutely flying. 14 points to 0. But Wales, credit to them. I want to look at some positives. Don't want to be a downer. They hit back with a quickfire double of their own. Like, they didn't go into their shells. They kept playing. It's only like 4 minutes after the Argentinians have scored their second try. Thomas Williams, Tom Rogers with the half break, Morgan with the pop ball. Geez, Jack Morgan is involved in everything for you guys. Jack Morgan setting up tries, winning turnovers, making tackles, scoring tries of his own, leading the team. A lot of weight on that guy's shoulders, but now that he's injured, maybe he gets a break. Goodness me, I don't know. It's a brutal one ahead of Japan. I've got to get back to the game. Morgan with the pop ball to Thomas Williams. And that started with Argentina kicking dead from a penalty. It's an Argentinian mistake. Argentina had Wales on the ropes. Kick for a penalty. Get a third try. No, they kicked it dead. So missed opportunity for them. Wales go down the other end and get themselves on the board. So 7 points to 14. And then a 5-meter tap try on 20 minutes. It's Dewi Lake. Morgan goes first phase. That guy's name comes up repeatedly. It starts with Argentina knocking on to their own 22, maybe a little bit too ambitious. 5-meter tap, Morgan first phase, Dewi Lake second. Boom. Try time, 14 points apiece. Crowd's back into the game. Starting to look like days of old. And then Wales put in some big defensive shifts, to be fair. Well, Argentina put them under a lot of pressure. Like, there's a lot of tackles, Morgan winning turnovers, and then Ben Thomas gets himself yellow carded for a kind of silly lashing out with his foot when he's being held in to a ruck on Matera. So Matera reports it to the officials, and they have a look at it, and they rule there's not head contact, luckily for Ben Thomas, because that would have been a direct red, but there's enough there to warrant a yellow. So he gets yellow carded. But to be fair, despite the yellow card, Wales actually did pretty well. Their defense largely held out to the point where Argentina opted for a 3. They weren't opting for a 3 earlier in the game when they had 15 on 15, and now that it's 15 on 14, they are opting for a 3. Credit to the Welsh defense. Argentina get themselves back in front, although 5-6 minutes later they did get another score. It had been coming for a very long time. Benitez Cruz is able to finish it off, but it was relentless wave after wave pressure from the Argentinians. So 24 14, but that's at the end of the yellow card. And then there's again, like, the Benitez Cruz one I can kind of understand, but then the Matera one leading to the Mateo Carreras try. From the restart. Pablo Matera just cuts through, hot knife through butter through the Welsh defence. Hoofs the ball long, showing some Argentinian football skills. Mateo Carreras is lightning. He grabs it, steps, and is over for a try. That one's the brutal one. Yeah, I mean, it's like the Priscantelli one earlier. It's just like the back-to-back tries, quick-fire doubles, and a bit defensively not happening there. So 31-14 at the break. The line breaks is 5-2 to the Pumas. They've had more possession, more territory. Welsh lineout's been a little bit shaky, but the Welsh lads have been winning turnovers 5-1. Defensively asked to do some work, and they did it. The second half, more Argentinian points again. Turnover ball. The Argentinians are lethal. Del Guy, he gets one to round out the thing for the Argentinian wingers, who are both very good players. Thomas Williams also got himself yellow carded for interfering with a player off the ball, which is not ideal. It means you got sometimes the forwards just trucking it up when Wales have got possession. You got Dan Edwards having to step in at halfback, so not ideal. But kind of like in the first half when they needed some momentum to be turned around, they did get it, and it came through their scrum. Their scrum got themselves a penalty, which I wrote a note like, momentum? Maybe? Yes, there was momentum because a couple more Argentinian penalties. The Welsh guys turned the screws. 5-meter tap, and Jack Morgan is driven over for a try. So 21-38 is still trailing significantly, but it's at least you feel like the door is ajar to maybe get yourselves back into the game. But Jack Morgan goes off. And I don't know that any one team relies on any one player more than Jack Morgan for Wales at the moment. Like, honestly, the other two tries both had Jack Morgan's hands on them as well, and the defensive shift, he's a massive part of it. So him going off does not help. Does not help. And against Japan next week, goodness me, you guys really need him available. But the way they were holding his arm, I would not be holding my breath. Then Dan Edwards gets a line break from the restart, and they're thinking, happy days, they're going to do exactly what the Argentinians did earlier, but the Priscantelli ankle tap just stops it from happening. You can see why he gets man of the match, and then he gets an intercept a few minutes later to kill any Welsh momentum, Priscantelli, so well done to him, 45 points to 21. Wales did get an extended period of pressure, which started with a breakdown pilfer, which ends up finishing in the fourth try to Blair Murray. But honestly, the game was long gone by that point, made it 28 points to 45. And Argentina, just to make sure they got the final say, had the icing on the cake one from Grondona from close range, which went way back to Carreras, getting some, chewing through some meters on kick return. Those kick return meters were honestly a really area of strength for the Argentinians. Wales will not be happy with some of the defence on kick return. But, yeah. Priscantelli, man, as I said, inexperienced guy. It's usually Thomas Albornoz or Santi Carreras at 10, but he's had a couple of opportunities recently, and he's looked all right. So they're building a bit of depth in Argentina. And for Wales, yeah, Japan. The game next week is so important because you got very tough opposition coming after that. Possession and territory finished with the Argentinians, 53 and 52% respectively. So maybe kind of not too surprising the way the game went. Montoya had 20 tackles. Alex Mann had 17, and Jack Morgan had 2 turnovers, 1, plus he was Wales' top carry with 14. Mateo Carreras, though, 4 line breaks, 5 defenders beaten, 97 metres. Priscantelli scores a try, sets up tries. Didn't even have to kick the goals because Santi Carreras was doing that. So, yeah, next week, Wales-Japan. That is the game they need to get a win, big time, with world rankings points on the line as well, in terms of ahead of the draw. Argentina will go to Scotland, which will be a fascinating one, given the Scots' recent result against the ABs. And Argentina have beaten the All Blacks, so yeah, it'll be, and lost to the All Blacks, but it'll be interesting. You guys let us know your thoughts. How do you reckon the Welsh are going to go against Japan and Argentina? pretty impressive first start to their series. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.